splitting nicely.
It is. Not like that though. That's it. Oh, there's a bit of pollen. Yeah, this is gonna. Well, how about that? Guess where the brood is?
Right at the top.
All the way up here. I just seen the queen go. Now. Come on. Come on. See? There we go. So, that's where it had been cut in half. Accidentally cut across there. So the entry was down here. Where was it? I can't see it now. Oh, there. Right down the bottom.
There's the entry.
Here, the brood's up there. So obviously...
That's a good 3 foot away.
Yep. I put this this log upside down when I first got it, because I put that as the top and that as the bottom. But obviously it used to be this was the top, because that's where the pollen stores are. Then you've got honey stores, and you've got brood right at the bottom, which is typical of AA. So I buggered up on that one. Well, the problem is the logs aren't marked. One bloke that I get them from, he marks the logs, the top. He puts the T on the top with a texter or a crayon, and then puts a circle around the entrance of the log where the bees are coming out, so I know where they're coming from.
Well, that's a good help.
It is. It's a very big help, especially with AA. I've put logs in here, and I'm looking around. I'm thinking, yeah, where was the bloody entry? I know I took the tape off it and the mesh, but where is it? Where's it gone now? Disappears on me. I'll bring these down as well. See, very low numbers. Isn't there? It appears to be. But you know where they all are? They all hide in the bottom half of the log. You watch them when I get these pollen stores out, where all the bees are. They hide.
What were the new bees, baby bees, just freshly born? What were they called?
Callows.
Callows, that's
Yeah.
right.
Oh, well,
That's a callow we're looking at the moment.
I don't know who even termed them callows, but there you go.
They're white.
Yeah, they are white. They're fully grown, but they're but they emerge white out of the cell, and then they go darker as they get older. Look at that Cadagy resin in there. And you know, that's why when I took that cap off, there were so many young bees coming out and falling on out of the end. When I undid this,
Yeah.
that's because the brood was right here. I'll get this. I only just missed it. Only cut the end of the log off.
Ooh.
How lucky was that?
It's Cadagy resin.
Nice big thick chunk of Cadagy. There's more in here. but they work with it quick, and it serves a purpose to a certain degree in logs, but not in boxes. Boxes, it's useless, absolutely wasted. Well, decent boxes, that is.
Yeah.
I could see them using it in a crappy box to seal up the joins.
And as you always use a spoon with the brood on
The AA,
AA.
yes, because it's so loose. It just falls to bits everywhere. So it's so much easier to use a spoon to collect it all up. This is you can see where I'll use that. You can see where the retreating front's gone. So they started here. These were all the cells when they first were laid, and then they're going out. They went out into there, and then they got laid up to here. So there's new cells down in there. You see those lighter cells, different colours.
Yep.
To these. So they're the newer cells. I just heard the queen. Did you hear her?
No.
Bzzz. Little pipping sound.
I find that when I look at my TC or TH through the window, I'll get a little
Pipping?
quick pipping buzz.
Yeah. Sometimes that's the workers. They come up against the view panel. That's where you'll hear the bzzz with their wings.
Yep.
For some reason I hear it quite often with AAs. Look at that.
Nice transfer.
Bloody beautiful. I'm happy with that. Usually it falls to bits everywhere.
And that's a good sized brood.
It is. It's not bad at all. Not bad at all. Still half of it in the other one, but there's a couple of little cells here that I missed.
You got to get every cell because it's like you say, it's a numbers game.
It is. All the numbers game.
You got to keep those numbers up.
Especially these the cells that are hatching. Look, there's a couple there that got broken. So you can see the callows. They're all about 90% ready to hatch, and they had the top stripped off them accidentally, which is very, very easy because there's hardly any wax on them. I've got to get those.
And everything you do, you take your time with it.
Oh, look at that. One bonus of him cutting that log, wasn't it?
Yeah. It makes it a bit easier.
Yeah, that's hard. It's not loose, so I'll have to work around that. You'll see they always make a bee space around the brood, and there's little tiny bits that stick everything to the outside. So what the aim is to do is to get down and detach those little structures so that it all becomes loose, but you try and keep it enclosed in as much involcrum as possible so the brood doesn't fall to bits. That piece of timber is going to be the issue there. These are all brand new cells. You can see a cell just starting to be laid, starting to be made there. There's another one, but these are only just been laid into by the queen. So they're very, very new cells. think I just seen the queen go down there.
I've been trying to keep an eye out for her.
Right.
They can be quick when they want to be, can't they?
Oh yeah. You know, I grabbed one section of brood one day that I thought she was in, which she was in. I seen her, and I was getting it out as quick as I could. And you know, I'm sure I only took, you know, seconds, like 5 seconds or if that, to get it out, like just like that. And in that time, she was gone, up to another different section of the hive. Then I seen her up there and I had to double check to see if I didn't have 2 queens, because she'd moved so damn quick. Oops. It's like transferring caviar.
Yeah.
Although,
I suppose you could practice at home with rice bubbles, moving rice bubbles from one box to another.
yeah, you probably could too, if you try and not break the rice bubbles.
There are 4 or 5 new cells there.
There's one. Look at this. Here's a queen cell. Right there.
Way bigger
Oh.
than the rest.
Bugger.
Where'd you go?
I dropped it. Oh, don't you hate that?
Got it?
There.
Undamaged.
Put them in there as well. It's very hard to distinguish queen cells too in these. Sometimes you'll notice them straight up, and other times you'll struggle. Tuck that in. Yeah, where are you, Queenie? You keep looking in there, you might find her.
With my eyes.
I'll get some of this see, it's much easier to get the honey stores out of these because they don't attach them to the sides like TC do and TH. Look, there's a tiny little bee attached. Oops. See how neat you can get them out without spilling honey?
The pots just fall off the
Yeah.
sides.
You just got to know where they attach them to and how they attach them. You spotted them?
No, not yet.
This is why you got to get the honeys, the pots out as clean as possible. See, look at the bees underneath them.
Oh, yeah.
And if you spill a lot of honey,
You drown them.
you drown bees.
Yeah, you can wash bees off in a strainer.
But it's best not to get them wet.
Yeah.
It's best not to get honey drowned in honey in the first place. Yeah, you can wash them up. It's not always successful. You will get, say, 50%. You will save, but it's very, you know, it's best if you can actually stop the bees from getting drowned in honey in the first place. You know, it's always much better, isn't it?
Oh yes.
So that way you don't have to wash them, and that way you're saving a lot more bees.
Oh, babe,
So that's all the stores out of that one. Still got to evict a few bees out of there. There's a little. That's a little callow. She won't be able to fly yet, so I'll put her in there. There's another one. Oh, she ducked in the hole.
She's in there, is she?
Yeah, she went down in that hole. The bugger. There's another one right there.
Oh, hello, baby. And the queen's ducked down that hole just there. So the small hole there could be 3 or 4 mil, but inside, behind that wall, could be 1.5 inches, 2 inches wide. So we'll have to try and evacuate her from that section. And right now she's happy and we know where she is. So everything's slow, just take your time doing everything. Even if it is a very hot day like it is today.
Oh, it's a shocker, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
But we get like that up in the hinterland. Cooler nights, good for sleeping. And bloody hot days. You can see how much older that honey is over here.
Yes.
See the difference in colour?
That's the old honey.
Yep, and same up here. See how it's darker?
And new honey.
So there's newer honey down here that they've only just stored.
Yeah.
And this is all the older stuff. Who's that? I wonder.
Sounds like a visitor coming in.
Could be, you know.
A mailman.
Yeah, it could be too.
There's a callow right there, folks. Where is she? Where'd she go? There she is. Sorry about the shaking hands.
Yeah.
See how white she is? That's a brand new bee.
Oh, it's Ben. Our web designer. That's not the bit I wanted.
Well, she hasn't come out of that hole there, so but the wood might be curved on the inside there.
It is, you can see it down
Yeah.
here.
And she might be hiding anywhere underneath that area there.
No bee space there. here. Oh, bugger. Thought I had it then. I don't see any bees up there.
No.
Did you see it go up there?
No.
No. I've seen a colour go in here, but I don't see nothing. No space in there. It's just there's a little bit something in here. There's a baby bee. Come on. There you go. Right, I think she's in the box. I'll put the lid on. Oh, the top section.
Can only squat for so long. Oh, easy spells.
Okay, they put the see these ones up here are empty.
Yep.
Empty pots. Pollen. That's sort of 50-50 right there, and then it's all pollen. You watch the bees behind here. Look at that.
Oh wow, all hiding.
Yeah, they do. They all hide behind the pollen. I suppose because it's so dry as well, they know they're not going to drown. You would like to think that was the case, wouldn't you?
So if you look into your AA hive and you see there's not many bees in there, it's a good possibility that they're hiding underneath everything else.
Now, there you go. That's how you recognise their internal tunnel. Look at that. So, entry was here, and their internal tunnel goes right up through there. So they're coming out here, inside the hive, fanning out at this point here.
And that's part of the tunnel you're digging out.
Yeah. So what I do here, the inside bit, the very inside bit, I'll take that and I'll put it inside the front entry. And then I can get a bit more of it
So if you get a good piece of the tunnel, you could put it near in the entrance,
Yeah, in the entrance to the hive.
and that'll help them to identify that's where they got to go.
Yeah, because they're so used to it, that they just travel straight down. I found it works so much quicker than just leaving the entry of the box alone.
Yeah.
See, look at them in there. Oh, there was just hundreds in there.
Doesn't take them long to disappear.
But yeah, that's their tunnel. So it fits, it's a nice size. So I just ease that right inside there. That's all the way to the back. There we go. It's just poking through the other side now.
Fold that over and stick it to the outside.
Yeah. And then as soon as I put that back over there, they'll be in it like a flash. At about the same height. I've got to get something of the same height. You can put something there. I'll put that on for now.
And you'll always get European bees coming around, stealing the honey.
I went to the
And wherever you move the log from, take note of where the entrance is. Very important. Because once you transfer everything into the box and return to the box to where the log was, you've got to try.
Oh, I've got to take that up first.
You've got to try and get the entrance in the exactly same place as where the log entrance was. Otherwise it mixes up their GPS coordinates. And tape up your joins. And this stops the civet fly, as Dean likes to call it. I call it civet.
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 Civet fly. Something like that.
However you pronounce it, it's a bad fly.
Yeah, the wasp mimic. Ah, there it is. That's the end of that tape. I knew I was getting short.
And it sounds like the speak of the devil. I can hear one flying around, civet fly. Came in and disappeared.
Just going to get some more tape.
Righto. Croaky voice. Don't smoke, people. It's not good for you in many ways. The girl's trying to attack the legs of the apis. European bee. And if they latch onto one of those legs and get a good grip, almost like that.
Like the TC this morning.
Yeah.
They caned them. They gave them what for?
And the girls will not let go. And if they cut the leg off, the bee can't fly for some reason.
Yeah. Yeah, it needs all its legs to be able to balance when it's flying.
It's a balance thing.
Yeah. Otherwise they go around in circles and they go nowhere. It's like losing the left side of your tail wing on a plane, or the little flap at the back.
Yeah, yeah.
On one of the little, plane goes around in circles. Or the little, on a helicopter, the little one at the back.
Yeah, that's the
If
most
they miss
important.
that, it says, ooh, head just spins its head off. ready?
Yep. Yep.
Look at them all in the tree.
This is where the log was.
See them all in the tree? Because it looks like their log. So, face of that way. That height. Perfect. Yeah, look at them all go inside.
That's got to be very, very close to where the entrance on the log was.
That's my entry, that's my home. And there they go.
And that little bit of tunnel that Dean put in, they can smell the scent on that and go, yep, beauty, that's home.
Yeah, they just walk straight in when you put that on there. When you just put the entrance of the log on the front of the box, it doesn't work the same. Although you get a traffic jam at the log, at the entry, they don't seem to use the entry straight away. Because of that different, the scent of the timber entry, because it's 50mm cypress. So you put that little, if you find that little tunnel inside their log, and you stick that in there, they just waltz straight past it. They just walk straight in. It's just incredible. It works so much better. So we're learning all the time. You know, we call it best practice, but it's better practice. You know, because tomorrow we might find a better way of doing something, so that then becomes best practice. You know, it's all about the bees teaching us and us learning as we go to get the best results.
It's a bit like reading a book and one book says one thing and the next book says another.
Yeah, you've got to pick what works and what's right. You know, it's like the old saying: there's more than one way to skin a cat. You know, I used to say that to my apprentice, and he used to look at me stupid, as if to say, "What are you talking about?" And then one day he come back with, "But how? There's only one way to skin a cat, with a knife and you know." And I'm thinking, you fucking dickhead.
That's the all-weather tape that Dean uses.
Yeah.
And we'll leave it there while we tidy up, folks.
Yeah. Get the rest of these stores out.
Hope you enjoyed it. If you've got any questions, by all means, put them in the comments, and Dean will try and answer them as soon as he gets to them.
Yeah.
All right, folks. Take care.